Good morning, Namaste, Hamisha Khush Raho, students. Myself Jyoti Kumawat, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Department Science and Technology. Students, today I am going to start the topic Exceptional Children from the course Psychology of Learning for the program BSc B.Ed BA B.Ed third semester. So, students, about the exceptional children, it is said that it is very difficult to define the term exceptional children because it carries a distinct meaning. So psychologists mean some psychologists have given exceptional means like extraordinary talented children. Other psychologists use the term exceptional for dull or backward children. So according to Crow and Crow, if we define that the term exceptional is applied to a trait or to a person possessing trait up to the extent of deviation from normal position of the trait is so great that because of it the individual warrant or receive special attention from his fellows and his behavior responses and activities are thereby affected. And according to Craig, an exceptional child is he who deviates from the normal or average children in mental, physical, and social characteristics to such an extent that he requires a modification of school practices or special educational services or supplementary instructions in other to develop to his maximum capacity. So now we have some characteristics of the exceptional children, like it is applied to a trait of a person possessing up to the extent of deviation from normal. It is commonly applied to children who differ notable from the average children. An exceptional child deviates physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially from normal growth and the development. An exceptional child is he who cannot be benefited from regular classroom teaching programs, and these children require a modification of school practices and need special treatment in school to develop his maximum capacity. An exceptional child begins to both the extremes of physical, mentally, and social, emotionally, and the educational achievements. So these were some characteristics. Now there are some dimensions, some four dimensions to define these children from the normal children. We can make difference by these four dimensions. First is physical dimensions, second is intellectual dimensions, third is social dimension, fourth is emotional dimensions. In deformities, deviations from the normal physically, intellectual, gifted, creative, and backward, social, anti-social, delinquent, sociability, leadership, etc. In emotional dimensions, we can measure the character, moral, attitude, and value. Irregularities like physically handicapped, mentally handicapped, gifted children, socially handicapped, delinquent, and the emotionally disturbed. Now, why we need special education for exceptional children? That is a point that the classroom teaching in school is being organized for normal children, but the exceptional children have the deviation from the average students. Hence, the exceptional children are not benefited by the regular classroom teaching. So they require some special education. There is a provision in our constitution for universal education on free and compulsory education for all up to the 14 years age. Another provision in our constitution is equalization of educational opportunities. It means that there should be equal opportunities for normal students as well as extreme cases or exceptional children. There are separate educational institutions for blind, deaf, and dumb students, but there are large number of other exceptional children. They do require the opportunity or provisions for their education. They are unable to develop their potentialities, and it accounts to great wastage of human resources. Therefore, it is the urgent need to make separate provisions for the education of these exceptional children. National Policy of Education 1986 has made strong recommendation for the provision of special education for such children. The special education is now an integral part education while it was in social welfare department. There are some specific needs of exceptional children for making provisions of the special educations, like first, the physical handicapped are not educated. They are liability on family and society. The special education aim to develop their capacities to earn their living independently. They may contribute for welfare of the society and for himself. Second point is that special education will identify such children in school and can solve their problems in regular classroom teaching. So students, I hope you understood well about the exceptional children. If you have any queries, then please mention comment box. We will resolve in our live session. Thank you.